Ronaldinho is still changing football in 2026, here's why fans can't forget him. The day football smiled back. There are great players. There are legends. And then there is Ronaldinho, the man who made football smile. In an era now dominated by data analytics, robotic pressing systems, and algorithm-driven tactics, something unexpected keeps happening. Stadiums still fill when Ronaldinho appears. Kids born after his retirement still copy his elastico. Entire events are built around a player who hasn't played professionally in years. Why? Because in 2026, Ronaldinho isn't just remembered. He is still shaping the culture, the business, and even the future of football. A retired player who never really left. Many players retire and fade into highlight reels. Ronaldinho stepped away from professional football long ago, yet his presence has only expanded. He now represents clubs, federations, charities, and global initiatives, including returning to FC Barcelona as an ambassador, participating in institutional events and youth development programs tied to the club's global outreach. That role isn't ceremonial, it's strategic. Ronaldinho is deployed as a bridge between football's romantic past and its commercial future, appearing at academies, matches, and cultural events to globalize the club's values. Football didn't just keep him. Football found new ways to use him. The Legend Circuit, a new kind of competition. Across the world, a fascinating phenomenon has emerged. The Legends Economy. Ronaldinho headlines exhibition matches that draw tens of thousands, not for nostalgia alone, but for live experiences blending sport, entertainment, and philanthropy. One example is The Beautiful Game, an exhibition he hosts with fellow Brazilian icon Roberto Carlos, which returned in 2025 after earlier editions attracted more than 17,000 fans in Miami and over 14,000 in Orlando. These matches are less about competition and more about storytelling. Football is spectacle, memory, and shared culture. Ronaldinho isn't just playing in them. He's curating them. Football is a tool for social change. If Ronaldinho's early career was about joy, his post-career may be even more meaningful. In 2025, he traveled to Nigeria to lead a Barcelona Legends side against African greats in a charity match designed to fund education and empower girls across the continent. The event reunited him with former teammate J.J. Okocha, using their shared history to draw attention to social causes rather than trophies. Proceeds supported scholarships and community programs, demonstrating football's ability to drive educational equality. In other words, Ronaldinho is now exporting not skills, but opportunity. The global festivalization of football. From Africa to Asia, Ronaldinho appears wherever football is evolving into entertainment culture. He featured alongside stars like Wayne Rooney, Didier Drogba, and others at the 2025 Nexon Icons match in Seoul, an event mixing skill challenges, exhibition play, and digital broadcasting aimed at new audiences. This is football reimagined for the streaming generation. And Ronaldinho is always invited. Because if you're trying to make football fun again, you call the man who never stopped treating it like a game. Reinventing himself beyond the pitch. Unlike many retired players, Ronaldinho has diversified into education, ownership, and innovation. Reports describe him launching initiatives such as Manual do Bruxo, designed as a training ecosystem to develop young footballers technically and tactically while creating professional pathways. He has also taken roles ranging from club ownership to global ambassadorship tied to major tournaments and cultural events. This shift signals something bigger. Ronaldinho is no longer just a former player. He is a football brand architect. The rise of hybrid football entertainment. One of the most fascinating developments involving Ronaldinho is his participation in experimental formats that merge sport with digital culture. He has been linked to initiatives like the Baller League USA, where legends and online creators manage teams in a 6-a-side format designed to blend football with internet entertainment. This is not traditional football. This is football competing with TikTok, gaming, and streaming, and Ronaldinho is uniquely suited to that environment because his playing style was already viral before viral existed. The tourism effect. When one player moves economies. When Ronaldinho visits a region, it's treated like a cultural event. Zanzibar planned to host Brazilian legends led by him in a showcase intended to boost tourism visibility and international appeal. Governments, organizers, and sponsors understand something powerful. Ronaldinho doesn't just attract football fans. He attracts curiosity. He is a traveling celebration of the sport. Why young players still study him. Modern football is faster, more tactical, more efficient. But youth academies still replay Ronaldinho clips, not to analyze systems, but to rediscover creativity. His influence now appears less in formations and more in philosophy. Express yourself. Enjoy the ball. Surprise defenders. Make football emotional again. That ethos is exactly what many fear the modern game is losing, and why Ronaldinho feels increasingly relevant rather than outdated. Nostalgia is only half the story. It's easy to say Ronaldinho's continued fame is nostalgia. But nostalgia doesn't sell out stadium exhibitions across continents. Nostalgia doesn't inspire development programs. Nostalgia doesn't shape new entertainment leagues. What Ronaldinho represents is something deeper. A corrective force. When football becomes too mechanical, culture pulls him back into the spotlight. The business of joy. Football in 2026 is an industry worth billions. Broadcast rights, sponsorship analytics, AI scouting, global fan tokens, the sport is increasingly corporate. Yet brands constantly seek Ronaldinho because he embodies something money struggles to manufacture. Authenticity. Sponsors don't hire him to explain tactics. They hire him to remind audiences why they fell in love with football in the first place. From player to symbol, there are legends who symbolize dominance. Pelé symbolizes greatness. Maradona symbolizes rebellion. Messi symbolizes perfection. Ronaldo symbolizes obsession. Ronaldinho symbolizes joy. And joy, unlike trophies, doesn't age. The cultural gap he continues to fill. Modern football faces a paradox. It is globally consumed but emotionally distant. Ronaldinho bridges generations. Older fans remember watching him live. Younger fans discover him through highlights. Brands see him as timeless. Communities use him to inspire development. Few athletes remain relevant across all four. A new role, football's global host. Watch how Ronaldinho appears today. Not as competitor, but as host. He inaugurates matches, leads charity events, represents clubs internationally, mentors youth ecosystems. It's a transformation from performer to ambassador of the sport itself, a role very few players achieve successfully. Why 2026 still belongs to him? The truth is simple. Ronaldinho arrived at the perfect intersection of skill, personality, and timing. He was the last global superstar before football became hyper-optimized, and now he returns as a reminder of what optimization cannot replace. Emotion. Final reflection. The legacy that refuses to sit still. Ronaldinho is not trending in 2026 because of what he did. He is trending because of what he continues to do. Bringing legends together in global exhibitions. Supporting charitable initiatives and youth empowerment through football. Participating in innovative entertainment-driven formats redefining fan engagement. Serving as an ambassadorial figure connecting clubs, communities, and new generations. Ronaldinho is no longer just influencing matches. He is influencing how football exists in society. Conclusion. The player who became a feeling. Years from now, tactics will change again. Technology will rewrite the sport again. New superstars will dominate headlines. But somewhere, on a dusty street, in a packed exhibition stadium, or inside a youth academy, a player will smile while attempting an impossible trick. And without realizing it, they will be repeating Ronaldinho. Because some footballers win games. Some win trophies. Ronaldinho won the imagination of the sport, and that is why fans still cannot forget him.